Politics now. It was a clean sweep for the All Progressives Congress, the APC, in the Yobe local council elections which held yesterday across the 17 local government areas of the state. The chairman of the state's Yobe Independent Electoral Commission, Mohammed Abdul, today declared candidates of the ruling party in the state winners in all of the chairmanship and councillorship seats contested for. 10 political parties participated in the polls, and of the 1,269,014 voters, 999,700 number of votes were cast, given a 78.99% of turnout of voters. This reveals that there was a massive turnout of voters in the election. However, there were fears about the conduct before the Saturday polls due to a state of emergency ongoing. INEC had earlier said it will not conduct elections in such a situation. And in a dramatic turnaround, the National Working Committee of the PDP says it will now support its candidate in the Anambra governorship election, Mr. Tony Nwoye, to contest the results of the poll in court. The party today says it is in total support of the suit filed by its candidate to challenge the result of the polls. The party, through its publicity secretary, Alisa Metu, says the action of Mr. Nwoye is a step in the right direction. The party had earlier asked its candidate to slow down on going to court or refusing to participate in the supplementary election, but the change of mind is coming about a month after the results have been released. Mr. Metu therefore says the PDP wants to abide by the rules of the game, and that is the reason for their earlier stance. Well ahead of the 2015 elections, the People's Democratic Party in Kogi State has been stepping up physical structures that may give them a head start. As part of events marking the commissioning of the PDP Secretariat in the Pata ward of the Basa local government area, the party received over 3,000 youth who had decamped from various other parties. The state governor, Idris Wada, while commissioning the project, described it as a major achievement aimed at strengthening the PDP in the area.
The rural champion.
Supporters of the People's Democratic Party in Basa local government area, the traditional ruler of Basange and his chiefs, among other dignitaries, awaiting the governor's arrival for the commissioning of the party's secretariat in Pata ward. Governor Idris Wada eventually turns up and is warmly welcomed by party leaders and party faithful. The PDP Secretariat project, the first of its kind, is indeed the brainchild of the Commissioner for Rural Development, who is from Pata ward.
While we were building this edifice, we get to raptor level, we could not continue. Your Excellency, we thank you for your financial support.
On the sidelines of the event is the declared defection of several youths from the APC to the PDP.
We support your administration. You deserve continuity coming to Excellency, we want to use this medium to request the following. Last time I went to Ogun, I saw a banner written, thank you for breaking the generation of Basa from darkness. Light bring life. Thank you for giving us a light. Your Excellency, I will also like you to do so from Ogun Township lights to Oluku, Pata to Esho, Pata to Shikapu, Pata to Kuni, Gandem, Atapa, Ajibo, Enyadama, Shite.
PDP is the party that will transform Nigeria. So you have made the right judgment. And it's the right judgment at the right time. I congratulate you all. You are welcome home, because whether you joined the party today or you joined the party 5 years ago, in PDP we are all equal.
Then comes the key moment where the governor cuts the ceremonial tape to signal the formal commissioning of the PDP's Pata ward secretariat.
It's now my honor and very distinguished privilege to commission the Pata ward PDP secretariat to the glory of God Almighty and to the benefit of all PDP party members in this world. Alhamdulillah.
Let me also thank all the members of PDP in Basa Ward for making sure that this secretariat is standing on a solid foundation and is ready for commissioning today. I thank all of you, including our new members who have just joined. This is now your secretariat.
The chairman of Basa Local Government Council urges the party faithful in the area to treat the secretariat as their valued property.
We will continue to encourage our sons and daughters to plow back to these resources to further build more PDP to the envy in our state.
It looks like the People's Democratic Party is looking to have an early start in the race ahead of the 2015 polls, with the setting up of structures that may give it an advantage when the moment finally arrives.
The year 2013 has been very eventful on the political scene, and so far, experts say all the intrigues we see are all in the bid for politicians to gain relevance ahead of the year 2015. On our political program, Politics Today, experts analyze the manner in which some of the politicking played out.
I will probably add that we are yet to have political parties in the real sense of the word, because parties grow with ideology. Can you show me that political party in Nigeria, so-called today, that has a clear-cut ideology that you can talk about? Is it PDP? Is it the defunct ACN or APC that you are talking about? No ideology at all. So politics in Nigeria is all about something is at stake, and I want to go there to desperately protect my interests so I can get something to eat. So once we run a politics, or once we run a polity based on this kind of thing, every politician in opposition becomes a progressive.
Where do they stand ideologically? That's the main question. Those who are the leaders of APC should be true opposition. We will want a true opposition in this country. But here we are in the last few days, members of the APC meeting with an ex-president who was a stalwart of the PDP. I mean, what does that say for itself? What does APC really stand for then? Why are they having this type of meetings? I mean, what's their aim? That is the worry now. We need a true opposition in this country that with a clear outline on how they want to provide alternative government to what we have at the moment.
They need numbers to win. And if you're running a political party and you can't win an election, sooner or later the party will collapse. The whole ideology surrounding Nigerian politicians is all about what they can get from it. That is the real problem.
Away from politics, the history of Nigeria cannot be said to be complete without the mention of Cross River State, considering the role it played about 47 years ago during the Civil War. Now, on our special report, we'll take a look on a trip to Shara Hills, where the first bullet that signaled the beginning of the Civil War was fired. The people believe their community has enough history to be a world-class tourist attraction in the region.
Kisala, now you're talking.
Gakian community in Bekwara local government area is a border town between Cross River and Benue State. Approximately 6 hours by road from Calabar, it has a population of about 30,000 people.
People have lights in this community.
In 1967, this hill was occupied by the Biafran forces during the Civil War. And on July 6 that year, something significant happened on the Ushara Hills.
Exactly on the 6th of July, 1967, the first gunshot was fired there, following the disagreement between Nigeria and Biafra. That's where Biafran soldiers camped, and the Nigerian soldiers came from Benue, stayed somewhere there, started the place, fired the first gunshot to declare the war.
The soldiers from the eastern region had survived on this stream and this well, and today Both remain the only sources of drinking water to the community.
For their security, for their safetyness, so that they will not be poisoned. They dug this well and the stream they have over there went to. So they use it in drinking, personally for themselves. But immediately the Nigerian army came and drove them out of this place. The well was abandoned, and that's why the community are still using it up to now.
The war may have ended and the victims forgotten, but the community is still counting its losses.
After the Civil War, they want to make a mention of reconstruction and rehabilitation. Nothing was given to us. Most of our people here are in the north because they have no accommodation. Many houses were destroyed, so some of them are nowhere to squat. They are in the north doing some other businesses. So they are supposed to rehabilitate this place, this community. It's a entry point to Cross River.
The people are appealing to the federal government for development to serve as compensation.
Our fathers who were farming in this mountain ran away from it. If the government will see reasons with us and come to develop this place, I think it will be like compensation to our side. And bringing our boys or our children who are coming after us to know that this is where the war started, I think is going to be something reasonable.
They also want their community transformed into a tourist attraction for posterity's sake.
At least we want that they make the place a tourism attraction. They build some, war monuments in the place for people to know that. Right, people come from very many places to know the place, and when they come, they don't feel the impact so much.
On the local government's part, a little has been done.
What we're trying to do is to develop this central market called Obidi. We want to develop that place. As that market is made a modern market. There are some dispersed traders of Igbo stock in Kano, some in South Africa. So we're trying to create 500 units of houses. When these houses are mature, you can go fishing for these traders. Now there's a viable place in the Kwara that can accommodate them.
Successive governments have made such promises, but what remains to be seen is the translation of those words into actions. This, if accomplished, will surely give Gakam community of Cross River State a sense of belonging.